Welcome to my park. Hello guys, welcome to this park showcase of this amazing park I've been building over the last, I guess it was 3 or 4 years, a lot. So we're in this bus here, getting transported into the park because, you know, it's a great feeling when you're on that highway and you see the first roller coasters and then you're going onto the parking space. Now I wanted to recreate that. So here we are in the little bus. You know, everybody already has a hat on, you know. I can show later how that works here, but here we are on the parking space, looking at this beautiful, magnificent wonder of engineering. There goes the first roller coaster. Hello guests, how are you? Beautiful day, isn't it? Yeah. Why am I even doing this video? Because Planet Coaster 2 is around the corner, you know? It's only a few days and Planet Coaster 2 will be out, which is amazing. I didn't even think we'd get Planet Coaster 2, but here we are in the station, we have arrived, we can exit. So yeah, I will show you this park I've been building with a friend on Discord. You know, I built, he had some ideas. Yeah, that's the whole park here. As you can see, it's quite big, and as you sadly can see, not quite finished, but you know, is a Planet Coaster park really finished? Like that? I've never seen a completely finished park, you know. This had a state of being completely finished, but then I changed things. It's like with a model railway, you know, you always change things around. And as you can see, the frame rates aren't really that crazy, even though I have a good CPU and graphics card, but, you know, graphics cards in Planet Coaster aren't really that important, because it's a CPU-heavy game. Okay, so we can go over this crosswalk. It's yellow, because this park is in Switzerland, so it's a yellow crosswalk. Then we have those little gardens here in the entrance area. They're really beautiful at night. I have to show you that. Isn't this beautiful? You know, I would love getting here at night and seeing this. So back to daytime, 10 a.m. We just arrived here and we can buy our tickets at one of those way too many ticket buildings. Let's just go through the main one. Hello, ticket please, thank you. And here we are on the main plaza of this park. So we get here, we have this little park card here, his billboard, which is completely not accurate anymore. But let's just go through the park, you know. Like picnic here, you have the first coaster here, the kiddie coaster, which is also cool, you know. Maybe something to get into today. What kind of roller coaster rider are you? Like I'm the let's go on the biggest ride first kind of person, you know, going into the park, the craziest roller coaster first. But there are also those who like to start with the smallest one. So for those one, this roller coaster might be it, you know. So we get in here. We have the little chairlift that goes all the way over to the western area. And then we have Little Switzerland here, but before we get to that, let's just take a look at the kiddie coaster and the whole entrance area, which I think looks pretty nice, you know. Maybe I would do it different today, but back then I wanted to do it that way. So we can go here. Yeah, he has a little umbrella here, but yeah, would be a thought. By the way, did you know that the inventor of the umbrella just wanted to call it Brella, but he hesitated? Yeah, sorry. I like those jokes. So, first coaster. In the back, of course. Always in the back. Way better. Are you a back rider or a front rider? Like, I'm personally more of a back rider. But I also like front row, of course. But, you know, gotta wait longer and all that stuff. And here we go. Yay. Yeah, the whole park is in German. But I'm here to dolmetsch you through this. Right. So as you can see, nice and soft, you know, little Harry can have his first coaster experience here, and it's something that doesn't give you headache, right? It's just some nice little cozy coaster to start out the coaster journey with. And then we are at the station again, and we can leave here onto this plaza again, which is pretty empty at the moment. Then we also have the Park Express, which we might as well take at the end to get an overview of the whole park. Yeah, let's take that at the end. And we have a freefall tower here. The freefall tower really is the only attraction that I'm really frightened of, because I know that the brakes work, but what if they don't, you know? Those kind of thoughts. So it's a scary attraction for me. And here we have the top spin, which nobody wants to go on. I don't know why, because I think it's quite cool, but you know, they don't. Yeah, so we have a bit of flowers here, a Ferris wheel. And I do understand that nobody goes on the Ferris wheel, right? I think the Ferris wheel is one of those attractions that are more fun from the outside than inside. You know, it looks cool, but it's completely boring. Okay, so let's come here to Greece. As you can see. Do you know that song? German song about Greek wine. So here we have the wine mountains. And we called that little village Helios. I can't even pronounce it myself, but yeah, that's what we named it. We have a little bit of stores and the classical white and blue buildings that resemble Greece, and then we could go to the Acropolis and Helios. But let's go through here first and show you the rest of this nice village, because this really is beautiful, right? We have the temple here, the ancient temple. And then we have some more stores here. And here we have Spheri. You know, I just stopped pronouncing it. We have this attraction here, which you can see here. It's this one, which I think is really well hidden here, you know. Like that's cool. It's just, we thought like, yeah, maybe there needs to be a bit more thrill things, so we put in that one. Yeah, then we have this here, which is an Easter egg to a certain movie, but I'm not gonna say you can, if you look closely, you will find it out. Yeah, little things here and there with fires on top. Why not? So let's go to Acropolis. Here we have a little temple, and then we have the big temple complex, which you can see here, which looks great. So here we have a bunch of shops, you know. Then you have this oracle here. You know, you can have your future told from him. He's probably smoking something. That's why the smoke is there. And then we have this plaza with all of those vases here. Where the Greeks, they put it there for the gods. You know, maybe they put something in there, put it there that the god, whoever that is, can take it. And here we have a little fort. You know, that is looking over this hill for intruders. Then we have some archers training here. But let's go to the coaster, that's what everybody's waiting on. And we gotta go in at night here. So welcome to Helios. The biggest attraction at the beginning, as I like to do it. Not quite the biggest, the Spook house is even bigger, but the highest attraction. Here we have Nefertiti, and then we can go down in the underworld of Pluto. Probably, I don't know. So we have the Hydra. We have the ferryman transferring the souls over the sticks, which we are walking over. We have some monsters here, like those flying skeletons, or this spider lady. It's all very spooky. And here we even have this guy, which name I forgot, and a treasure, because that's also there. Then we can go up here again. We're out of the spooky little cave underneath the plaza. Can go up here, little zigzag across there, and then we can go in and we see the wagon, the war wagon of Helios, which is basically the coaster, and we are gonna ride this one. And here you can see a beautiful station with the winged helmets and this, what even is this? Cow. The feet are pretty cool, look, they're made out of skulls. Let's go! Let's go! We're gonna getting pulled up to 74 meters. I don't know how many feet that is. I don't care. And we can take a look over the whole park and hands in the air. Yeah. I love this coaster. And that's the cool thing, you're going over the whole parking space. You can be like, oh look, that's my car there. Yeah. And the bus is coming in here. Heyo, people. We're halfway through at the block brakes, but there's more to be done. And now we're entering the last little stretch. And we have a little water fountain here. And then we have made it. We have a little station here, a little switch track that isn't really working, but Planet Coaster 2 will get switch tracks, right? At least in the coaster. The whole station thing still won't work, but yeah. Yeah, then we're just getting back in. That was Helios. One of my greatest coasters ever, and I think it's quite realistic, right? And has a really cool layout here. This outback layout. This is really the eye catcher from the highway. Like, if you drive here, which they are. Hello. And you see this, you're like, oh man, I want to go there. But yeah, let's go out on the plaza again. Then we can go to the next theme area. No, let's walk down here this time. Oh, hello. Nice hat you got there. So let's get down here and let's get to the next theme area, which is the western theme area. We can go underneath this arch. Then we're here. Welcome to Cactus Creek. Howdy. I will stop doing that. I'm sorry. So welcome to the Old West. Here we have the tool store, little mine shaft, the railways here, and a really nice station. Who knows from which movie this scene is here? Who knows that? I guess not a whole lot of people, but yeah. So coming down here, we have the Eagle here, Eagle Flight, and we have this little church back here. Yeah, we have a little fort for the Yankee here. I wanted to have blue uniformed soldiers, but they aren't in the game. Here we have like a little store inside, really easy to build, you just take those fence pieces and you throw them together and that's it. Here we have a little bit of Mexico as well, because that played a role in the Old West, didn't it? With this nice cracked up facade here and the colorful buildings and the chairlift that's coming in here. And here a bank heist is taking place, which is one of the coolest scenes I've ever built. With the little vault here. They had dynamite, they blew open the whole place and are now getting out the gold from the safe. And the sheriffs are trying to stop them. But they aren't that accurate because they're shooting at each other since months and years, but still. So coming up here, we have two roller coasters. We have Swanson's Oil Co. and we have Hatfield's Oil Co. Now those are like rivalry oil barons. And you have to help out one of them. You can see them here. It's a green one and the red one. So let's just go for Hatfield first. Howdy, Hatfield. Yeah, so this is a dueling coaster. And we can go to this nicely themed queue here. You know, with like oil rigs and all that stuff. What you would expect. And wanted posters and everything that's needed in a Wild West setting. Here we have a bit more tracks. And then we go into an oil factory here. A factory building. A lot of pipes, everything's like a bit broken as it was back then. And there's some goons of the two oil barons here having a fight. As usual. Yeah, the other queue is going down here. We come up to this sign, giving a bit of a plot point. So this is Hatfield's perspective. It's just saying, you know, search me a new oil field before Swanson does. And then we come up here through this little oil spill here. You know, one cow has already died. And we come up here to the main building. So they're rivals, but they share each other building. Don't ask too much questions. Then we come in here and we can enter one of the vehicles. Now here I like to sit in the back again. Just because we have a bit more of a nicer view. So row 5. Let's go. That was it. That was Hatfield's Oil Co. As you could see, the game had a bit of a problem with rendering in here. But yeah, we'll see it again, because now we can go out here. Past the souvenir shop, which we can of course go into, and it has a mock-up interior. You could, I mean, who doesn't want to buy a whole corpse, right? A mummy. And we can run down here again, under this bridge, and into Swanson's Oil Co. Hello. So we're just gonna walk around here, the camp of the goons, you know, then we're gonna go into the oil factory again, but this time down here. It's really cool. It's an interactive queue, you know, you have like both sides that see each other again and again. Here we have a little campsite with the sign saying basically the same thing, you know, get to the oil field before the other one does. Now we can walk up here past the cactus, up here, and then we're at Swanson's Oil Co., which is one of the coolest buildings I've ever built, I think. Pretty original. Then we can have a seat in the train. Not in that one. Here. So, let's go. Here we are again. That was once Oil Co, the second ride, and there's just so much detail in here that you just don't really notice when on the ride, especially with those frames we get now. And the park is so full. Like just here, this tower that's in here, which resembles an oil tower. That's why it's called Big Oil Tower. Or this little house here with gangsters, you know. The boat, because this is a dried out river. All those things you didn't really see on the ride. Also just the construction of that bridge that took forever. And like little details like this here that you can only see from the train. But also the interior here, I want to show it again because it doesn't really come across because we only see it for 3 seconds on the ride. So let's go in here again. So once we flew through here, there was a bit more to the whole thing. So first of all, there's a crocodile. Whenever the ride passes, it's animated. You know, you won't really notice that. Like, most park guests will not notice that. But once the train goes through here, you know, he will shoot the crocodile will attack him. There's a little creek going down here. The train also passes from there, so that the train guests can have a little peek inside here, which I really like. I like when you can see the ride from different angles. So then we went past here. Also down there's a train. Back there is something I won't show you yet. That's for later on. So here we are in this giant oil kind of building, this oil mine. You know, they're searching for new oil, basically. And there's this machine. You just don't see that when you're going through that fast. Also here with the moonlight sometimes shining through here with the skeleton. And generally there are an awful lot of skeletons in this park, and in every theme area there's probably at least one skull. Yeah, so if you download the park you can see that for yourself. So coming down here again past the gift shop. That was basically the western area, but we also have the big old tower which has its entrance here. I really like how this entrance looks. But yeah, that was one of the first things I really built in this park, so it's not as detailed as things later on. You know, I would not build this the same way here with those grass patches, but you can see a certain development, right? But the layout is still really cool. You queue here, then you're here, and getting shot out from there, giving some unique perspectives. Also the ghost town, did you notice the ghost town here? Probably not, but that's also really detailed with like rats and everything. Yeah. No wonder why this park has no frames if I build things like this. We have like two nice, neat little houses. And this bridge, which is really cool from this side. As you can see, giant bridge. Just to do with the whole park being uneven. You know, this part is lower than this one and there's like a mountain in the middle. Because I didn't want it to be the 500,000th guy with a lake in the middle. Like everybody does lakes in the middle. But yeah, then we come into this family zone and man, that view is crazy. Wow. The RMC with the looping. Let's just watch here. Whee. Oh man, I would like to ride this in real life. Ah, great. This game is great. Okay, so here we are in the kids area and we have Promis Honigsuche, Rodelbahn, which probably doesn't ring a bell, but this is an Alpine coaster. They're quite common in Europe in mountain regions. So yeah, let's head in there. So you know those are the ones where you're on rails and you can brake yourself. You know, you can brake, you can accelerate on your own. And this is a sign saying just because you can slow down doesn't mean you have to, because usually on those coasters people are way too slow. So let's hop in one. Let's go in this one so we can see the other guests. Let's go. We have arrived. That's the Alpine coaster. I hope you had the chance to ride the Alpine coaster in real life. Oh, Larry! How's it going? Larry the mechanic. He can walk through wood. It's like a superpower. Okay, so how I built this here is I had like this huge mountain here, so I put this picture here. Maybe I would build it differently today, but you know, back then that was okay. So here we have our bear pointing in the direction to go. So then he's searching for the honey, you know, where to go. He doesn't quite know it. But then he has found it, you know, the bee nest with all the bees. You can barely see it in the beginning. And as we go further, he has found the honey. He's eating it. Then, when you go around here, he's going into his little bear cave. And he has had enough, you know, he's done for the day. He has eaten a lot of honey, probably too much, but he still has a lot of honey left over. Then we can head back. Yeah, so, you know, it's the three mascots in here. After the bear, you have the pink penguin, and somewhere you have the mouse. I think it's over here. Yeah, here we have the mouse. So the same one as in the beginning here. So, let's come to something amazing. Simply amazing. This spook house. I'm just gonna claim it now. It's the best spook house you'll ever see in Planet Coaster. There won't be a better one. There hasn't been a better one. And this is the Cratchit Mansion. Muhaha. Yeah. Let's go in here. Let's go. Yeah, that's just mainly built with the friend over Discord. He had great ideas, by the way. Like, without him, the park wouldn't be what it is today. So here we have like a scary little fire. And we have footsteps here. Where is it going? This is just the queue, by the way. With all scary images. The living room, skeletons, and they got murdered. You know what? I will just shut up. And you can enjoy the whole queue. So here we are in the station building. Now this light shouldn't be there, you will see why it's there though. It's just a lighting system in Planet Coaster, but I think this station turned out quite nicely. Then we can hop on into a cart here. Let's not spoil too much. So, and again, I will shut up and let you enjoy this masterpiece of a spook house. Let's go. That, ladies and gentlemen, was the Spook House. I hope that you loved this. And again, you will never see the whole thing. Oh yeah, by the way, you know why the lights are here? Because this room is above here. The lights just go through the ceiling. Well, Planet Coaster has its limits, but I hope Planet Coaster 2 solves this issue. What I've seen, it does. So we can get here through the merchandise shop, which has really cool things. Who doesn't want to have a sword, you know? Or like a skull. A book, yeah. I'm not a books person. I just read them if I'm forced to. But yeah, then we have like a little witch house. Maybe from Baba Yaga. But that one has chicken legs, so not really. So yeah, that was the Spook House. You know, every kid that goes through here is completely traumatized after. But they will remember it and think like, damn, that Spook House, that was great. Or not, who knows. Yeah, oh, you can see the train going over the bridge. And then we get this beautiful view. Man, that's, that's seriously nice. I want to see that in real life. Why hasn't RMC built the looping? Like that's just, man. It has some steampunky elements somehow. And then we have the fireworks show, which we will see at the end. After the train ride, we'll go on the fireworks show. And we are in the adventure area. Ooh, it's not clean here. That should have been cleaned up. Yeah, it's, like I said, the park's not quite done, but Planet Coaster 2 is around the corner, you know. And that's just how the park is now. Okay, we can see the coaster coming through here. Those custom supports that they look super dappered. Yay! Did he go over the top hill? Whee! Oh man, I would love to ride this in real life. Very, very cool. And get through here, and we have a little Easter egg. A Jurassic Park Easter egg, kind of. Even though, you know, with Dennis Nedry and the dinosaur. Yeah, that's here. We have also a plane crash here. You know, with the crocodile getting to eat the explorer alive. And then we come to Luga, Expedition Luga, which was previously just a normal wooden coaster. You can watch that video on the info card from a different YouTuber, a German one, that looked at my park, and you can see how the coaster previously was. And now I upgraded it to an RMC. So expeditions start. You have the expedition center, which is written wrongly because there wasn't enough space, but hey, you know. Drastic situations and drastic measures and so on. So here we have a little card. So we are here. There are mountains, a tunnel underneath the mountains, a lake, and the warden of the golden statue, which we will see what that is later on. So we can get our gear here, the little hats. If you're asking how you can get those hats here, it's just cowboys, and I lowered them down here. You know, you need creative solutions, right? So we can go on here, and then we have the tunnel under the mountain. Ooh, spooky. Yeah, at night it seems a bit better, but it's a very short tunnel. And then we come here to this little lake, but yeah, the crew, they didn't quite survive the expedition. I hope we can. It would be nice if we could survive the expedition. There is the crocodile, and he's also here since a long time. Like he has been queuing here since at least 10 years. He's not got there. I hope we can go through it faster. And we have the 6-second queue for more capacity. And here we have the warden of the golden statue. Golden statue warden. And yeah, previous explorers have tried getting the statue, but it didn't end well for them. We can get through here, and then we have this little, yeah, what is this? This pier, you know, this jungle area. We can go up to the station, which is super uninspired. Like, look at that shitty station building. I wanted to upgrade it, but you know, we can see a good station building over there later on. Yeah, that was also built a long time ago, this coaster. The original one. So, oh, let's go with them up there. So you can get your luggage over there. And let's ride this beauty of a coaster. Let's go. That was Expedition Lugan, just because it's that beautiful. I want to ride it again, but in a different camera perspective. Because this is really I think the second best coaster in this park. Maybe the best, you know. What do you think? I don't know. Maybe I prefer this to Helios, actually. Who knows? But yeah, as you could see, there's like a little tree we go through. I just finished that one, so it's not quite polished. And this drop, I love this drop, you know, you have like negative cheese over the drop. And we have this gorgeous looping. You know, there's not really a looping piece that fits, so I crafted it my own. You have the 0G roll over here. Then here, just imagine there's Forest here. Not Forest Gump, just Forest. And we have the block break. And down it goes through this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful curve here. Or corkscrew, or whatever that is, I don't know. Then over the top hat with some nice negative cheese, outbank turf, over the path. Like that's super nice. You can look up down there. And then the end maze back here, which is still very, very high paced, which I wanted to have because it's an RMC. Then we're in the station. It's super cool. Like I said, like RMC should make loopings. Just look how cool this is. Like this is an absolute signature piece here from the park. Just this, how it looks with the metal beams and stuff. Like more parks need to build RMCs, and RMC needs to build loopings. Just look at it. Just look at this. So beautiful. Okay, I don't know how high this looping is, by the way. Probably pretty tall. But then we can go through this little sneaky path up here, or we could take the main path. Let's take the main path. Here, there's also a little snack area. You know, they're digging out something here. Security guy, hello. Yeah, there are some machines, some vending machines here. You can have a picnic here. Who doesn't want to have a picnic here if you have a roller coaster going around you 360 degrees? Pretty nice. Like look at this view. Imagine you're eating here, you're eating a little hot dog, and you see this. Like, who doesn't want to have that, right? Like here, we're just eating something, whee, and there it goes. Great. Yeah, then we see this snake here. The snake, it has a purpose of being here. It has something to do with this. The reincarnation of Kukulkan. What is Kukulkan? A snake. Yeah. Great. But then we can go in here, and this station building turned out really nicely with the snake up here, built out of tiny little wooden pieces. Like, how many pieces does this thing have? 6,500. Just a snake. Okay. So a lot of pieces. Then we can go in here and enter it. We should ride this at night. And this ride sadly isn't complete yet. Probably will never, since Planet Coaster 2 is around. But still, we can go see what is there, because what is there is pretty nice. So we have like those hallways here. Oops. So there is a bit of the snake. You can see the people coming through here. Hello. You know, maybe I will bring a water gun with me and just, if they aren't wet already, just soak them through completely. You know, that would be cool. There are also those back in what was it, 5 years ago in Europa Park, theme park. There were those little water guns. You could pay $1 to use, and that was the best investment of $1 or €1 in that case, because you could just soak the people on the ride. That was great. So we have the station building. Moonlight is shining through where we need to go. We're deep in the temple. Then we can board the ride. So, let's go. I will be commentating over this one because it's not done. So we get out over here. There are some traps here and there, up and above. And you go underneath this bridge and it all looks really nice. So we can go into the forest village in a moment here, which looks like out of a Disney movie, like an old Disney movie, the good ones, not the modern ones. I mean, this is pretty nice, isn't it? It's like all those houses and stuff. Yeah. Crocodile. And then we go down here, or the maze of the roller coasters. The hippos, and the crocodiles and everything. Yeah, and from now on nothing is done, so I will just fast forward. So the idea is that we go up a mountain here. It's like a little mountain village. Ideally with maybe dwarfs or something. That was the idea. So we go up here, then we have a steep drop into a cave coming up here. Yeah, and like everybody gets soaked here, which is the whole point. I don't like those water rides where you're not soaked afterwards. Like I want to have water rides where you gotta use those little drying cabins outside the ride afterwards. Like that's a proper water ride. But, like not one of those bit of water around you, but you aren't soaked. Like no, that's not it. So we can drive by this little picnic area here through the forest again. Then we can have the last little drop into a cave again and vanish from the viewer's perspective. Which certainly is cool. The drop isn't ideal because we drop straight into a curve, but hey. So here I tried to dig through and the mummies are kinda getting through the stone and it's not great. I mean for us it's great, but for them it's not. And here we have the king, which is basically just a statue made out of dead people that they pray to. And then we're back in, deep in the temple. Yeah, that's the water ride. The only water ride in the park. Like that's the main criticism with the park, that it doesn't have a lot of water rides. Then we can go out here. Here we are again. Let's turn on the lights. So, yeah, here we have the exploration team, the expedition team here. There's a little statue. Yeah, we can follow the whole path here, and we would go to the area that isn't really defined yet. This should be like a mountain pass or something, pass road. Yeah, it's not done. So let's go the other way, and we'll get up here. So the train is going through. Ooh, that's not nice. Yeah, you see, there are some oversights here and there. So going to the right here, we get up on the highest point in the park, geographically speaking, which is here. And of course I put the tower on top of a hill. So from up here, like, you have a banger view. Like, look at this. You can see everything. Little rocket back here. You know, we'll see everything. And we also have the Overlook restaurant. You know, maybe some of you are fans of The Shining. That's like a little Easter egg. And in here is a restaurant that's definitely not themed after McDonald's. But the prices are realistic. You know, if you look at theme park prices, the water costs like $10, and the pizza like 106.75. You have different ice. This is, by the way, this was completely made in Planet Coaster. Like, I put up a wall, put the food pieces on there, made a screenshot and put it in here. So that looks really in universe, you know. That it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. Here we have the terrace. And we can look over the park, eat something, you know, get the hamburger, the jumbo burger for $18.50. And not even that unrealistic of a price, meanwhile. Like, that was made in a few years ago, where $18.50 for a burger was still a lot. But nowadays, it's just kind of normal. Well, here we have the Burner, which is a cool name, but nothing to back it up. it's just a thing. And yeah, a little design oversight is the exact same thing as here, but let's not watch that too closely. So yeah, here we have also a nice view. You can relax a bit. Yeah. Here you have a little food court. You can look down here. That view is still beautiful. And yeah, then we can go down. Now, here lays the Siberian theme area, the Russian theme area, by the way. Yeah, it has a train station. Like, this part here is more of a city, like a Russian city. I call it Volmerstok. And this is more of the historical part of the city. And the city is getting attacked by Vikings over here, which are not done yet. Yeah, that is the whole story of this area. So let's go to the city of Volmerstok, where we have a museum, which is pretty nice. I thought the museum would fit in greatly into this park. Also here we should go in at night time. So this is a good segue between the adventure area and the Russian area, basically. So here we have the airplane, we have the dinosaur skeleton, which took ages to build. You know, it's all built with like little bones and feet and hands and whatever. Yeah, so we have the Allosaurus here. We have the Jeep of an explorer, and we have this here up here, the second floor basically, with this statue. It has statue nipples and, you know, colorful windows, of course, need to be there. Some of Napoleon's soldiers. It has everything. The museum, one of my favorite places in the park, definitely. So getting out of the museum again, we get here on the main road, main path of the city. You have this triangular building, which every good city has to have one, right? And put it on postcards, acting like not every other city has it. Yeah, we have some food here, and here lays the heart of Volmerstok, which is this magnificent Victorian-esque train station, which is inspired by the train station in Leipzig. So yeah, we can see it here. It also has a little shopping center here, the Romanovs shopping center, which is really like a high-class shopping center with a coffee shop, and you can buy a diamond. Yeah, it's all written in Russian, but in Latin alphabet, because somehow Planet Coaster doesn't really like the Russian alphabet for a reason. But yeah, let's go into the train station. It's really like one of those 1900s train stations. So there's two tracks here and here. This is the only functional one. There are some time period dressed men and women waiting here. Cargo everywhere, basically. Yeah, you tell it. The whole roof here is very that time, you know, the steel beams and the glass windows and everything. So yeah, that train station, probably the second favorite place in the park after the museum. Yeah, who doesn't like it? Also here this fountain made out of carousel pieces, like from a merry-go-round. You have those pieces, we have the city symbols. Yeah, who doesn't like a nice train station place, like train station plaza, right? Then we have a clock tower here with those signature Russian roofs. So yeah, you can read the time here. And then we can go up into the historical village, Old Wolmerstock, which you can see those typical Siberian houses. A military outpost here, watching over the border, which is here, this trench, which has way too many supports going on. But yeah, we can go here, there's a little picnic area. And we can see a dragon is attacking the city. Can go around here. That's the exit of the roller coaster, by the way. Go around here. We have food stands. We can see, oh no, he has set the church on fire, but actually it wasn't the dragon. It was this catapult. Yeah. So this shot on the church is caught on fire. Gotta defend it, but what is gonna defend it? The spirit of Helios is gonna do. A Russian ghost, you know, from this village. A spirit, basically. So we have some archers here trying to defend the church from the dragon. And yeah, let's go into the coaster a bit. Helios Revenge. Yeah, we can see the church has been destroyed a bit. We can go here next to this cool tree, and here we can see the grave of Basilius. Here he lies here. The spirit is still awake and ready to defend the church. You can zigzag around here and down there, and here we are. Now the interior of the church isn't quite done, but the exterior certainly looks nice, but inside it doesn't. Well, too sad. And we missed our train. Let's take this one then. Front row. Let's go. That was Basilius Revenge. I really like that one because the launch here. Look, okay, let's just exit because the exit is pretty nice underneath here. Pretty spooky, right? So then we exit here, and this is kind of a duel between the dragon represented by this coaster and the spirit of Basilius. And what I like about it is the launch. And by the way, there are so many bridges here. Like it's insane with like bridge building. I'm a bridge engineer probably by now. How many bridges I built, or a bridge designer, because this probably wouldn't hold up. So you're launched underneath all those bridges, and the cool part is, imagine like You have the granny with you in the park, and she can wait here, and look how you get launched up there. Yeah, so all the bridges are unique and differently designed. So going on into the village, we have like the cemetery here. You know, somebody's digging out the grave. Of course he is. And then we have this really cool transition between old and new. You know, we have this old Russian village, and then we have like modernity. Or not anymore, because this is like the Soviet Union back here, but it's like the rocket, you know, symbolizing progress at a different time. And then you have this cool segue here. Over here we can go to the Viking area. There's a little battle because the Vikings have fallen into here. The windmill is damaged, also from that catapult or the dragon. And we have this cool symbolism here, because like this side is defending Christianity and the cross is getting teared down, and here you have those Viking gods with like the dragon, which is pretty cool. With some shields here. This is basically like a military outpost. And we have the catapult, and here is like a little market. Yeah, so plastic swords, you can train with a bow, those kind of things. Yeah. So let's also ride this other coaster. So here we would have what even is, I don't know, this ship. I already finished this house here, which turned out nicely. And let's ride this coaster. So this coaster goes up a volcano. It's a flying coaster. So it goes up this volcano and basically comes from there, because it's a fire drag and it comes out of a volcano, of course. So yeah, back here, a bit of chaos. Then we will slowly get down the mountain. It doesn't really have a drop, a real one, which is something different. I don't always want to build the same things. And then we can go over the village here, getting the last bit of speed we need to get over the border there, underneath this bridge, and over here. As you saw, we spewed some fire there. Then over the dragon and back through this barrel roll. So yeah, back here a bit naked. But the coaster is still very nice. I like how it interacts with the other one. So it loops around here, and then we enter the tunnel and are back in the station. That's that. Yeah, so this is what even Fafnir's volcano. I don't know I don't know what I called it. Yeah, so those are the two coasters in this area here, because that was planned as one area. And yeah, you can see what previously stood here in the video I linked in the info description. So here we have like the center of the village, and the stores are absolutely ruining the mood here with their fucking songs. Oh man, this is nice. So here we have the church, you have like public executions, which was kind of normal at the time. A little restaurant, which you can eat here, and the third outpost. So yeah, this is quite realistically planned. You have like the old city, you have like outpost here, outpost there, and the windmill and the field to support its population, which wouldn't be enough realistically, but who cares. So in front of here we also have this little circus and the playground for the kids. So next up is the space themed area. Now to get there we need to go through that little tunnel, and the idea of the tunnel was that we have like milestones of the space age here, here and here, like maybe the Apollo landing there, and that of course was Sputnik. And going up here we get to this plaza where on the right side was this commie block, which was supposed to be a hotel at some point, and we have the space shuttle here, and the control center, which serves as an entrance to the coaster, which is not done yet, but you know, it's a little bit done. So getting in here we have the control center. Here we have some sci-fi stuff, and down here is the entrance to the coaster. So let's ride that one.
создания Ойромир между Европой и Россией. Тем самым проект Ойромир служит гарантом для успешного будущего интернационального сотрудничества и взаимопонимания между народами. Данная работа должна открыть новые пути для исследования космического пространства и изучения жизненных условий в космосе.
That was this coaster, one of the nicer ones in this park, I think, especially with the rocket here. And you know, we have like this stand next to it, you know, the launch tower, which is basically just the roller coaster lift. So I like that, and the rocket looks pretty nice as well. So then we have to go back here through the tunnel again. And then we have the last coaster for the day, which is Winterbringer. Now this has a little story. It's in the Swiss theme area, and the story is that, you know, it's winter, but in the forest there's no snow, so you gotta man the winter sleigh and ride through the forest and bring the snow. And yeah, the queue goes through this little village neatly. Now this is the first ride I built, so the build quality isn't that high, but with little pigs here. But here you see, like, yeah. Then we can enter. Oh, let's take this there. And let's go. And that was the last roller coaster for today. Now you can exit it over here, go up here and down there. This little nice path. And that were all the roller coasters. Now we have the railway, but the video is already long enough. But if you download the park, you can ride the railway, and it has some Easter eggs you wouldn't usually see from just going through the park normally. So yeah, the last thing we need to do is the fireworks, so let's watch that. And while I'm setting up the firework, I want to say, if you watched it till here, thank you for that. I'm happy that Planet Coaster 2 is coming out, and we'll see each other then. Goodbye.